everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I would want to see more of myself, and I do want to see more of this. Is differences in different opinions on when you at the moment have to live with the narcissistic person or the histrionic. I've seen more histrionic people in my life than I really think that they have that histrionic behaviors. Now, I don't know anybody who's been diagnosed with either one of those. So, it's the behaviors I'm talking about. But I would like to see more people, in the narcissistic narcissistic abuse survivors community, do videos on how they see it. What should a person do? How should they do it? Kind of thing. But you don't hear that, because most of what you hear, which I would say the same thing, is if you at all possible can get with a counselor and set up a plan on when you're going to leave, how you're going to go, no contact with this person, and get out of their lives and everything, because it can be dangerous. Now, some people, I'm not going to go down that road. Some people can't afford counselors, but you have to do what you have to do, okay? Within the law, of course. Anyway, but yeah, I would like to hear people, there are people on this planet that can't leave their abuser. They just can't. It's not an option. People need to stop blaming the victim and saying things like, when I was studying, this was what they called blaming the victim. The example they gave was to say, people need to stop saying, why doesn't she leave him? And instead say, what is in our community that allows him to think he can get away with it? Okay, yeah. Now, we all know these days, that was years ago, that it's not just women or men, and either they can be in both roles. And we're still at, you still hear people say the same thing. They're not listening. They're still saying, why doesn't she leave him, or why doesn't he leave her? They're still blaming the victim, okay? But there are situations where a person can't leave, or they would go from the frying pan into the fire. Okay, I'm not a person who believes in one size fits all as it is. So yeah, I think there needs to be more help for those who can't. Of course, our views are, get out if you can, but what about those who can't? I'll say it again. I think you have probably heard some when it involves work and being at work. And in a way, work can be like the same thing as living with somebody, because if you're at work, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, maybe even more hours than that, and you're having to deal with one of these types of, toxic people day in, day out, for those 5 days or however much you work. Yeah, it's like you're living with them. They're constantly there. And you hear, to do the gray rock kind of thing. But I still say gray rock is not an answer for all of it. I think it's the main answer. I think it's the best answer. So no contact is the best answer. But you can't do that at work always, But yeah, I think there needs to be more than people just saying those two. There needs to be, I'm not bossing anybody around, but I'm saying there needs to be other alternatives of what a person can do, okay? This video hasn't come out like I want it to. That's nothing unusual. I've been so distracted lately, but always distracted. What am I saying lately? But yeah, if you have some thoughts on it and you want to leave a comment, leave one below. If you make a video on it, let me know. And anyway, what do you think about it? Okay, now if the end screens are working, the little pop-ups, click that circle and you'll find out it goes to another channel if I put the right one on. And that one is more of a vlog channel for me, and it says more my story and of what's going on these days. And one reason I went no contact with somebody just recently. And if you want to watch another video, well, one of those, I think it's on, both of them are on that channel. Click one of the rectangles. Anyway, this is totally messed up, this video. So if you want to, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share it. I'll talk to you on another video. Thanks.